What is up, you guys? I am live, as you can already tell by the way the screen is positioned. Um, yeah, giving you guys your dose of Anime Monday. What's up, Ambu Legendary? You are the first one. That doesn't surprise me. Your teleportation Renegon is impeccable. Anyways, I guess I can wait for a few more people. What's good, Ambu Kloof? You are always one of the first people. That doesn't surprise me either. I'm very rarely surprised, I should say. What's up, Ambu Joseph? How you doing? How you doing? What's up, Ambu Savage? Wow, I didn't even have to ask you guys to like or share the broadcast, and you guys have already done so. Thanks. I think this is a good give and take relationship. I think we are both benefiting from it. Trying to get this necklace. Anyways, so how's your guys' day going so far? From 1 to 10. From 1 to 10, how is your guys' day going? You guys know I try to start off with that because I care if my Ambus are having a bad day. And I try to make sure I can do something to help you guys with that. I never feel like I'm having a 10 out of a 10 day, but Ambu Savage, you said a 7 or 8. That's pretty good. Your day is about a 9.9. Again, Joseph, you are never having a bad day. It's something that I am extremely envious about when it comes to you. So yeah, I think everybody else is still coming in. I feel so exhausted this morning because I stayed up all night watching the rest of the episodes I've missed from Hunter x Hunter. So at this point, I think I'm just gonna start picking up from the manga. Like whatever the anime did not replicate, I need to just pick up from the manga now because I am obsessed. I cannot leave Hunter x Hunter alone. You are Hunter x Hunter crazed. Man, I started a week and a half ago and now I can't put the stuff down. Like last night I did extensive research on Karapia's powers because honestly at first his powers are very complicated to understand. And now I feel like I have his powers down pat. That's how I am with new anime. Yeah, I just can't believe it took me this long to even watch Hunter x Hunter. I don't know what I was doing. I don't know what else I was watching. But instantly, it is one of my favorite animes of all time. And anybody that watches it for 2 seconds can see why. But I was very, very confused of Karapia's power. I was just so confused. You having a good day? I got banned on Twitter. Oh my god. How did you get banned? Ambu missed? But how can Twitter really ban you? I'm sure if you make a new email account, they can't really ban you, right? Because how would they know that it's you? I'm the same, bro. I'm always late to the sun. True. But I'm saying, okay, there's times where Twitter will block me for a day from like either following people or I don't know, usually just for following people. But other than that, I got banned from, oh yeah, that's not even a ban. That's more like a block. That happens to me every single day. If I follow too many people, according to them, and sometimes it's really just 100 people, they'll block me. When you're a big account on Twitter, you have to understand, how do I say this? When you're a big account on Twitter, you lose thousands of followers a week. And so for me, I gain thousands of followers a week also. So it kind of equals out. What's up, Ambu Ken? If you guys are just getting here, please like the broadcast, share the broadcast if you already have it. I posted less than the usual that day. That's usually what happens. I'll follow less than the usual, and it'll block me. It's not a ban though. You're not banned. You're just temporarily blocked, restricted, if you will. I've never been blocked before, but I guess because I only have like 877. Yeah, if you went and followed, okay. I'm gonna tell you guys one of my secrets to getting poppin' on social media. If you can follow 1,000 people a day, and you can unfollow 8,000 people a day as well. Obviously, the more people you follow, the higher chance you're going to obtain followers. Also, you need to take into consideration, if you post things like anime, you're going to get the attention of anime people. But if you're all over the place, like anime, hip-hop, basketball, baseball, gymnastics, it's going to be really, really hard for you to reach a demographic. So I encourage you to choose a specific category of whatever you're trying to obtain as far as people. And that was my mistake when I first did YouTube. I was all over the place with YouTube. I was posting videos about this. Once I just started posting videos about anime and stuck to a demographic, it actually opened doors for me as far as getting subscribers. And then when you get the amount of subscribers you feel content about, you can transition off to other things. But you have to establish a specific thing first. You have to. Yeah, the thing is, Ambu Miss Gaming is my son's channel. Sorry, didn't change, but I got banned because I said to someone, "You'll die by a bird, fam." I can't believe they could ban you for that. But then again, when I got into it with Saving the Bees, he told his followers to report my Twitter, and I don't know why I didn't tell you guys to report his Twitter, but they got me on cursing and a lot of tweets, and I'm like, wait a second. You can get banned for targeted harassment. Isn't telling your followers to go report someone targeted harassment? However, I never reported him because I'm not a snitch ass bitch like he is. So yeah. I got called by a retard in a single tweet, and it said I got restriction for violating the rules, which is so stupid. So stupid. The thing is though, I usually just retweet. I post rarely. Okay. Me and Jazinga exposed a pedo on Twitter at LMAO. I love when you guys tell me you guys are teamed up in some capacity. I love when my Ambus talk when I'm not there, follow each other when I'm not present. I love it. That was the whole point of me creating Ambu Black Ops, for people to feel like cohesive and together. Like, I love that. I love that you guys interact with each other. That's the whole point of the Ambu Black Ops, for us to be there for one another. Yeah, I got backstabbed, timed out for 7 days, so can't tweet, like, or retweet. Yo, that is a pretty extensive block. I've never got blocked for longer than a week. Usually it's just a day or two. But yeah, following people will get you blocked. But I mean, if you want to gain followers, I suggest you follow people, because that you can exceed that 1,000 limit every single day. And the thing is, people are so focused on their ratio. Oh, I follow 400 people and have 10,000 followers. It's just Twitter. Who cares? That's why you see me. I only unfollowed so many people because I've had my account for 8 years. And that's a lot of inactive followers. Same thing with PewDiePie. PewDiePie on YouTube has like 50-something million subscribers, but think about it. He's been on YouTube for years. How many of those accounts are inactive? I think it reflects in his views, because his views are just a few million. Just a few million, even though I can't even get to... Anyways, but I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Clearly, he has a lot of inactive followers, because Jake Paul, Logan Paul, they all have more views than him. Even FaZe Banks, FaZe Rug. I've said something LOL to people debating anime with people and wasn't banned. Yeah, so that's why I said, I think it just depends on who reports you. If you just tweet some crazy hate speech and no one alerts the Twitter officials, nothing will happen to you. But yeah, I saw the others telling to himself and not getting banned. Accounts that were slightly larger than me. Wow. I hate when someone follows you, then you follow back, and then they unfollow you. Yeah, I don't know why people do that. I try to follow back as many people as possible. Even on my Instagram. Anybody that supports me on Twitter, I follow them on Instagram. So I think it just depends on who you're dealing with. If somebody sees you have a crazy ass ratio, they're just gonna assume you follow to unfollow, which is not always the case. I remember when Forever BITCH tried to call me out on that. Like, dude, I have more followers than you regardless. I could, and that was at the time where I could follow 0 people and I still had 30,000 followers I wasn't following back. So whoever challenged me on my ratio, regardless, I would still be killing them. But it's not about followers. Having followers doesn't equate to happiness. And just because you have followers doesn't mean you're more relevant than someone else, or, you know what I mean, more important. None of that matters. I always follow people who follow me. That's just how I do. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of people try to hide behind the fact that they want their timeline to not be jammed. And you can do something on Twitter which is called making a list. And on that list, you can put people you want to be in that list. And when you click that list, when you go on Twitter, that becomes your new timeline. You can have as many lists as you want based off category. Like you guys, all of you guys that are on my channel, I have you guys in my Ambu Black Ops list. And that list is exclusive to Ambu Black Ops only. And that way you guys can see who's an Ambu Black Ops member and all that stuff. I am not like a guy who's like, I have this much followers, you have this much. Nah, I don't care about followers. I just want to help people reach their higher places. And that is going to be, you're going to get repaid from doing that. You know what I mean? Because you're not focused on followers. And I think that goes for YouTube as well. If you start YouTube, it should never just be about money. Although, let's face it, you need to make a living. That way it can become your livelihood. But if you start off with good intentions, like just doing it for fun, eventually the money will come. And that's what I realized. That's what I realized about YouTube. I follow most of the people who follow me, and even quite a few who don't follow me. That's good. Same, it's cool to have followers, but I'm not crazy. Exactly. It doesn't equate to happiness. You just want to entertain people. Right. And when I see that I am, by the comments you guys say, or when you write me messages saying you're an inspiration to me, that's why I do it. I have never been the kind of person that let's just say I'm never happy, I'm never content, I'm never satisfied. And I've learned by helping people do other things, I've learned that I feel happy from that. When you guys say that this or that, like, I feel good about that. You know what I mean? That is what I love about you, bro, giving us tips and listening to us and stuff. Yes, I don't get the YouTubers who ignore their subscribers. Sometimes I'll go watch, you know, one of my favorite YouTubers, and then I often see that they never comment in their YouTube section down below, except when they comment something and then they pin their own comment. What is the point of you commenting in your own comment section, not replying to anyone, but pinning your own comment? Why don't you pin one of your supporters' comments? Or people that don't even shout their supporters out. You know, when you get the notification and they say, turn my notifications on if you want a notification shout out, blah, 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 blah. They don't even put their picture. They just say their name. They don't even put their @name. They just say their name in a video. Like, is it that hard to go the extra mile and to put a screenshot of that person's YouTube channel? That is so crazy to me. It's so hard to get help on YouTube. That's why, you know, in the beginning, YouTube did used to get me a little down because I wanted the subscribers. I wanted, you know, to get to a certain goal. But then I realized if I just keep doing what I do. People will notice it. The content will speak for itself. What are we talking about? Dragon Ball Super? Let's talk about Dragon Ball Super. Toppo got effed. I definitely saw, the new spoiler episode. Toppo's already out. What do you mean? Oh, you're being sarcastic. I always forget when you're being sarcastic. Ooh, kids in the giveaway videos be begging for PS4. What's fake? Oh, I know. They're like, hey, I just bought 10 PS4 App Store points, if you want a card, make sure you subscribe, follow, like, comment. I'm like, you're asking them to do 4 out of 4 options for a less than 1,000 chance of them winning a gift card that is only $10, might I ask you. Why don't you just pick a random subscriber and give it to them regardless? Like, why do you have to make them have conditions? You're not a conjurer from Hunter x Hunter where you're putting conditions on and limitations on something. Just give it to your subscribers. They deserve it. If they are backing you up, they are helping you in every capacity. Yeah, and people really do fall for it. That's why when I got called out by Saving the Bees from messaging a few people and telling them, hey, can you please check my video out, whatever, and if you do, I will help you with something that you need. Or if you want a shout out, first of all, let me say this. Shout outs, nobody does shout outs anymore. If you want attention, you can't ask for a shout out. You should say, can you retweet this for me? Because retweeting is what gets you followers, not a shout out. If I'm like, hey, you guys, make sure you check out no one cares. No one's gonna check that out. But if I retweet something that you have tweeted and it's a very relatable tweet, it's gonna get attention and you're gonna get followers. I don't know. I'm kind of a marketing genius, and I would love to go to school for marketing because it would definitely take my marketing expertise to a whole new level. But yeah. What's up, Ambu Beware? Shoutouts are for the early 90s radio shows. Exactly. If you want something, you gotta get a retweet, not a shoutout. Shoutouts don't do nothing. And the people that do it on Instagram, that is even funnier to me. Like, can you please shout my Instagram out on your Instagram? Like, that's not gonna get you anywhere. That's not gonna get you nothing. Anyways, if you guys are just getting here, make sure you like the broadcast, share the broadcast. And you know what's funny? I use the F word very loosely, and that F word is friends. And for me, I used to call everybody my friend. And that always proved to be very damaging to myself, because I was constantly losing myself in friendships. I was doing whatever I could to please the other person. I was going out of my way to please them. And no matter how they spoke to me, no matter how they treated me, they would run and walk all over me on a daily basis. And finally, I came to the conclusion that I do have self-worth. And the reason why I wasn't feeling like that was because I was allowing so many people to mistreat me, because I was afraid to be alone. But once I actually realized that being alone is not bad, that you can be alone and not be lonely, it opened up a love for myself that I was deeply missing, like, for so long. And people just wanted to use me for retweets and shout outs. I have friends that text me only when they need something. They don't ask me how I'm doing. They don't ask me what's been going on with me. They just start off the beginning of the text with them needing something. And ironically enough, even right now, I got a text from someone I did consider a friend that I haven't spoken to in months. And the first thing they asked me is for a favor. I'm done with all of that. Now I realize that if you do not support me at my worst, you're not going to be around at my best. Meaning, if you come to the table with just your appetite, you don't eat. If you're bringing nothing to the table, you're not going to eat with me. You can't bring just your appetite to the table and expect a full 7-course meal. Things don't work like that. You know what I mean? Life doesn't work like that. By the way, I respect for nobody. Friendship is a two-way road. Exactly. If someone isn't respectful towards you, then you aren't a real. Exactly. It's all about respect. Um. Anyways, I didn't mean to get too deep this morning. I don't ever plan what I'm gonna talk about on live. We just come up with something. But anyways, back to Hunter x Hunter. I have been watching it on a daily basis now, and I've been so confused about Carapia's power because he has so many powers, and I finally understand each chain and what it does. And I don't know. I love Carapia. He is so dope. And what I found out, there are two big misconceptions about Carapia. One is that he's a girl. Carapia is not a girl. Carapia is a boy. Number two, people really thought that he was a girl. And I'll admit, back before I knew nothing about Hunter x Hunter, I saw this a year ago, and that's the only reason why I know he's a boy, because I cheated because I saw somebody talking about this a year ago. But I was like, people are still guessing if Carapia is a boy or girl. They've confirmed that Carapia is a boy. Legit people talking about friendship, but I don't, because I don't have friends. Hunter x Hunter? Yeah, about Hunter x Hunter. He's a girl. You guys are comedy. I don't know. Anyways, the second misconception about Carapia is that his chains only work on spiders. That is false. There's only one chain in particular that works for spiders. Can you guys guess what that chain is? This is Hunter x Hunter trivia. What is that one chain that works for spiders? It's not his chains are exclusive only to spiders. There's only one in particular. What's up, Ambu Obito? Favorite character on Hunter x Hunter? Gotta be Hisoka. I will get into Hisoka in a minute, but I have some things about Hisoka that I don't really get the craze about. But can you guys tell me what chain is the only chain exclusive to spiders? No. The spiders are an organization, kind of like the Spada. The spiders are like they're organization. Haven't seen that arc in a minute, so I don't know. It's the chain that the spider chain. No, it's the chain chain gel. There we go. That's what it's called. Chain gel. That is exclusive to spiders only. The spiders are a group of people. They are an organization, and Carapia is obviously a conjurer. Those chains are conjured, and when you put limitations or rules on your power, it makes the power even greater. For instance, the chain gel is only exclusive to spiders, meaning it will not chain up anybody that is not a spider. And in return of putting that crazy condition, the chain is unbreakable. And he fought Uvan, and Uvan is the most strongest spider amongst them when it comes to physical strength. And he could not even break out of it. So, yeah. The rest of Carapia's power is just, it really is OP. But what I realized, the Scarlet Eyes, that's hacked. The Scarlet Eyes are hacked. Y'all gotta be Googling this. I promise you, I'm not making this up. The Scarlet Eyes are hacks because each second he is in the Scarlet Eye mode, aka Emperor of Time is what it's called, he loses. Each second he's in it, think about this. Each second the Scarlet Eyes are activated, Carapia loses an hour of his lifespan. Doesn't this remind you of the Shinigami Eyes from Death Note? Even though that one is half your lifespan to obtain the Shinigami Eyes, but he loses an hour. Each second he loses an hour off his lifespan. So say he was to die at old age from being 40 years old. An hour off of your lifespan? I don't. That's not even worth it. In exchange, though, I should tell you, in exchange, he has access to every nin category and 100% of its potential. So yeah, I don't know about that one. So what I'm hearing in these specific chains are so strong because they are focusing, concentrating the power into specific field. Exactly. And when you put a rule on your power, it becomes much more stronger than if you didn't have a rule or condition on it. Yeah, it is pretty crazy, but that not. But the thing is, those scarlet eyes to lose an hour off your lifespan each second you're in that mode. That is not a good mode. Laugh aloud. That's why I like Hunter x Hunter. Yeah, because they're willing to die, and that's why I like Naruto. Even Bleach, people are willing to die for what they stand for. And there's always this famous quote that says, "If you stand for anything, then you'll fall for anything." You know what I mean? And that's so true. Uh, they want to die. That's all. Well, I did not know that Sasuke is actually derived from Karapia. He's actually the main motivation for Sasuke being written as a character. And when you watch Hunter x Hunter, you'll start to see the similarities in so many ways. And it made sense to me before I even knew that information or knew that Hunter x Hunter was inspiration for Naruto. I was like, whoa. If you want to talk about hacks, watch part 2 of JoJo's. Cars actually becomes unkillable. But Scarlet Eyes are Sharingan. Oh Lord, I'm gonna go with Sharingan because if I activate Sharingan, but the thing is, interestingly enough, I would rather go blind than to have hours of my lifespan expectancy to be reduced, because the Sharingan is not completely OP. I mean, the minute you activate Mangekyo Sharingan, the light starts to fade from your eyes. This is a fact. So I would rather have Sharingan because at least my life expectancy won't go down versus the Scarlet Eyes where each second you're in it, you lose an hour of your lifespan. I'm going to pass on that one. But yeah, who else do I like? I like Chularo. Chularo is so freaking dope. Chularo is dope. I like magic mostly. I like shows that have magic in them. So my brother got to go blind. That's cool. LMAO, just kidding. Well, look at how savage Madara was, right? He took his own brother's eyes. For him to sit there and cry about this and cry about that and his brother dying, you literally stole his eyes. Like, how jacked up is that? That is so jacked up. Don't overuse Mangekyo Sharingan. Right. But I mean, think about how many people in the history of Naruto who obtained an eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Think about it. Think about how many people got a EMS. So everybody else who managed to activate Mangekyo, which is even crazy within itself, because I'm sure the percentage, 3, let's see, you got Madara, you got Sasuke, and that was it. There was only 2 people that ever obtained EMS. For some reason, people think that Obito was the 3rd, and that is completely false. What they keep failing to realize is this. Obito's power is so OP that you would think it's Eternal Mangekyo Sharingan because it's so OP, but it's not. It's just a regular Mangekyo Sharingan. That's the funny thing. I don't know why I thought Kaguya had one. Yeah, she definitely doesn't have one. Maybe because you're thinking of her Rinne Sharingan, but other than that, yeah, she definitely, hers is above a Kekkei Genkai. It's more so like a Kekai Mora, because it's like the founder of it all. She is the woman that brought chakra to Earth. Obito didn't go blind because of the DNA to repair his body, I think. I also feel like that's why he didn't go blind, because he did have the Hashirama DNA in him. And not to mention, Obito was using so many Sharingan that did not belong to him. In his fight against Conan, you see him using Izanagi, and I'm like, wait a second. This dude just used Izanagi, but why he not blind though? And I'm like, okay, because he does have other Sharingan at his disposal. But I don't know if he ever implanted one that wasn't his, or he just used the DNA cells from the Hashirama's cells. So I don't know. Why does the person on the road legit speeding like Guy? That's funny. The train, I can't believe you guys didn't hear the train. The train did go by since I've been on live, and you guys didn't even hear it. LMAO, that OP AF Hashirama DNA. It really is insane. I've been watching a lot of Seth the Programmer lately, because you guys know Seth and Swag are the only anime YouTubers I try to watch, because everybody else is just trash, like For Never, like Geeky Squeaky, like Afro Walmart Sharingan. And so it benefits me, because Seth and Swag, they know what they're talking about for the most part. Yes, they are slightly biased, like I keep telling you guys, they are slightly biased, but they admit it. You know what I mean? They admit that Madara is their favorite character. They admit that Sasuke is their favorite character. They admit that they love Uchiha. Like, so it's like, you know what you're getting. You know what I mean? But it doesn't make their facts any less not factual. But still, I encourage you guys to formulate your own opinion. Formulate your own opinion. Like, don't just always believe someone, because there's always the possibility they can make a mistake. They're human. Choji fan account. There we go. I skipped most of the war arc. I would recommend going back and watching it. There's a lot of bomb parts in the war arc. If I was a Uchiha, you bet my ass that I'm going to Orochimaru for Hashi DNA. We are all biased. You know that I'm a bit biased towards Aizen. I love Aizen. Actually, the funny thing enough, I watched the Aizen versus Madara debate that Seth and his friend did. And they came to the conclusion that Aizen would win against Madara. And there's a lot of things that go into it that you guys would have to look at. But Aizen got stronger from sitting in that chair day in and day out. And I think that is because of the Hoyaku. Because the longer you're bonded with that thing, the easier it is to use its powers, and the more power you get, your power increases. So from sitting in that chair for years after his fight with Ichigo, he literally gained power. He's more powerful than he was when he fought Ichigo. And that's insane. A lot of people hate the war arc, but I like it. I like it too. I agree that Aizen would win, seeing as he gets stronger by just existing. Yes, I would say that Aizen would win as well. And I'll just tell you about a couple of variables. I told you guys this. Ukiura would beat Sasuke, in my opinion, because of Ukiura's destructive capabilities. When it comes to speed, I do believe they are basically the same. But when it comes to destructive properties, Ukiura beats Sasuke in that category. And so if you take Aizen, they're talking about his Kyoga Soigetsu. And everybody complains about how Aizen doesn't have a Bankai, but Aizen is 2 forms higher than Bankai already. Because you have Shikai, Bankai, 3, I'm sorry. The last one is Transcendent. That is when your sword becomes a part of you. And so, meaning, Aizen would not even have to show you Kyoga Soigetsu to activate you to be manipulated by it. You could just be in his presence, and you would be under Kyoga Soigetsu if he willed it so. And he uses that on Uok. And Uok is the last antagonist in Bleach. The last one. This dude is the most powerful opponent they have ever faced ever. And his main power is called the Almighty, which allows him to see into the future, every possibility ever, every scenario ever. And so if Aizen could put him under Kyoga Soigetsu, think about what Aizen could put Madara under. Think about it. People like to bring up Madara's limbo, world, whatever. But if Aizen is a transcendent being, he could sense and more than likely see Madara's limbo. I agree that Aizen would, yeah. Yeah, choose Sasuke loses, yeah. But the only thing is we didn't see Madara's full power with his 2 Rinnegan and his Rinne Sharingan. We didn't, and that was kind of unfortunate. What was also unfortunate is that we didn't get to see Madara's unique Mangekyo Sharingan abilities. People try to convince me all the time that Madara knows Amaterasu. And I'm like, you are stupid as hell if you think that Madara knows Amaterasu. Even Danzo said that it was rare that Sasuke and Itachi both had Amaterasu, 2 brothers with the same ability. It was rare that that occurred. You know what I mean? Which could say that Sasuke and Itachi's bond goes beyond space and time. Madara did not know Amaterasu, and we have never seen a unique Madara ability with his Mangekyo Sharingan. We did not see it. We did not see it. Eating a Mac chicken. Aizen is 2 levels above Bankai. Bankai is level 2. Level 3 fuses the blade with your arm. Level 4, you basically are the blade. Yeah, it's insane. It's honestly insane. Oh, feel proud that Naruto is alive. I do too. I love Avatar. I love Avatar. I think people think it's because they're both Indra reincarnation, but it's dumb as hell. It's so stupid for them to think that. And then remember, you guys, when I first started YouTube, people were telling me that Sasuke only had Amaterasu because of Itachi. I was like, Sasuke had a Mangekyo Sharingan before he implanted Itachi's Mangekyo Sharingan. The only reason why Sasuke implanted Itachi's eyes at all was because Sasuke spammed the crap out of every Sharingan ability he had against the 5 Kages at the 5 Kage summit. He went blind at the very end of that arc. That's the only reason why he implanted Itachi's eyes. So for people to say, oh, he only had Amaterasu because of Itachi, you're so stupid. You're so stupid to think that. Anyways, it was, I hate when people bring that up. I'm like, it's like the #1 pet peeve. I still haven't finished Bleach, so I want to know something. Could Aizen counter Infinite Tsukiyomi? That is a great question. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. If I had to guess, if you're forcing me to guess, I am going to guess that yes, Aizen would be able to counter Kyoga, Infinite Tsukiyomi. And this is why. I think if Aizen were to fight Shizui has Kodo Amatakami, right? Kodo Amatakami is known to the Naruto-verse to be the most powerful genjutsu ever. Kodo Amatakami puts you under control and you don't even know it. You know when you're under a genjutsu how your chakra is disturbed, so you know that it's an illusion. But with Kodo Amatakami, you have no idea that you're even being controlled. So I think that that would be the perfect equivalent to Aizen's Kyoga Soigetsu. So I feel like Kodo Amatakami would be anybody's chance in Naruto and their only shot to counter Kyoga Soigetsu. That is their only chance if they had, if they possess Kodo Amatakami. I think that's the only way that it would be. I do not like this character at all. You don't like Aizen, Kahlua? I love Aizen. Oh my god. I don't know. I did not know this. I guess Seth pointed it out. Well, I guess I didn't pay attention to this. He was saying that Aizen, whatever Aizen wills the Hogyaku to do, it will do. And he said the only reason why Aizen lost against Ichigo was because deep down inside, Aizen wanted to lose because he was tired of being so powerful that he was alone because nobody else was on his level. Essentially, that's why he let Ichigo get Shinigami powers. That's why he let Ichigo run off and train during that last arc. Well, it's not the last arc, but the second to last arc that we've seen in the anime. And that explains a lot. Because I always wonder, why did he let Ichigo become so powerful? Because he was tired of being as powerful as he is. And I know that we might find that amusing. Like, poor you, you're the most powerful thing ever and you're sad. But like I said, it's lonely at the top. When you're at the top, it's lonely. And so, deep down inside, Aizen did desire to lose. Because think about it. How would anything beat Aizen? You're already bounded with the Hogyaku. You know, I get that Kisuke put that binding spell on him. And he said if it wasn't for Ichigo pushing Aizen to such a limit, he would not have been able to get underneath all of Aizen's power to the Hogyaku at its foundation. I think when they say Kodo Matsukami is the strongest, they're not talking about Infinite Tsukiyomi. I kind of feel like they are talking about Infinite Tsukiyomi. Because if they weren't, they would have said it. And one of the things that the Dragon Balls, Kishimoto and Toriyama talk about in their interviews, they say that us as anime fans, that we read into much of the series, that we try to read between the lines too much, and that if they do not state something in interviews or not confirm something, then chances are it is untrue. And I completely agree with them. When I see a lot of anime YouTubers videos, the amount of effort they put into the thinking capability, they're just speculating. Some of the like with the power scaling, some of the things they're just speculating about. Some of the questions they never even ask Kishimoto or Toriyama. They just come up with something on their own, and they use anime and manga to best support their theories. But at the end of the day, sometimes it's just what they are, theoretical. And I agree with Toriyama and Kishimoto when it comes to that. Aizen was able to hurt Yuak after he absorbed the Soul King. Yuak was basically the end, and Soul King was exactly, and that's what I'm saying. So if Aizen was able to do that, think about what he could put Madara under. So yeah, I'm back. Okay, what's up, Ambu Beware? I'm just I'm doing stuff off there, but could Aizen be caught in Izanami and then killed? Well, as we've seen with Kabuto, you can escape Izanami by accepting your fate. If you are fighting someone that is in complete denial, of course it's going to take a while for that person to break through Izanami. But seeing as Aizen is very self-aware, I feel like Izanami would not even work on Aizen. And if it did, he would snap out of it in probably a milli of a second. You know what I mean? Especially, Aizen is considered a Kido master, you guys. There are 9 people on the list of Kido master. Aizen is like number 3 on that list. Aizen can do every single destructive art ever. Aizen can do every single binding art ever. And he can even do them without incantations. As you've seen when he did Destructive Art 90, that black box, we seen him do that. And then we seen him do that with a full incantation. So yeah, he is extremely hack. I think that when these characters were created, meaning Aizen and Madara, I don't think the writers intended for them to become that powerful. I feel like they didn't know how to kill them off. Like, they just started taking on a life of their own. You know what I mean? They didn't know how to kill these people off. I love speculating though. Well, that's all we have. I understand that it's hard to ask the writers specific questions because not everybody gets that opportunity. But, you know, yeah, speculating sometimes is all that we can do. He's just unbeatable. They're very unbeatable. And Ichigo said the only reason Aizen lost was because deep down, Abu Vegito, you weren't here. I literally said that before you got into the chat room. I said that Aizen only lost because deep down he wanted to, because the Hogyaku is a manifestation of your will. So if you want to lose deep down inside, you will. I mean, think about how powerful this man was. So yeah, I like when you guys know your stuff though. I'm glad that you guys know what you're talking about. That's why they killed Madara. Yeah, because I feel like they didn't know like how to kill these people off. Like they just kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger. It was really insane. I'm so happy Madara's dead, to be honest. Because if Madara were to come back in the Boruto series, I would have just been like, okay, I am so over this. I am so done with this. You know what I mean? It was just too much. Final thing, Madara and Naruto versus Aizen. LOL, I'm running out of ways to kill this guy. Madara and Naruto versus Aizen. That would be an interesting one. I mean, as we know, Rinnegan Genjutsu is obviously a step higher than any Mangekyo power that ever existed. So, and I do believe that if a tail beast can wake you up from Genjutsu, imagine having all tail beast chakra inside of you like Naruto does. That has to be able to snap him out of that's got to be able to snap him out of a more powerful Genjutsu, I would say. I mean, I would say, I know that Sasuke Susanoo is the only thing that kept Naruto, Sakura, Kakashi from falling under that infinite Tsukiyomi, so obviously there's no basis of my opinion to be a fact. I'm just saying though, we never got to test it. I would have loved to see Naruto step out and see what would happen. You know what I mean? I would have loved to have seen that. Factor in two sinking balls, yeah, they bring vibes. Naruto villains are OP AF. They really are. I don't think Aizen will ever die unless he wants it bad enough. You know what's funny? Last night I got into a debate with someone, and it was kind of very annoying because everything I was saying, they were purposely trying to make it seem like I wasn't saying that. And this was from a fellow Ambu. And I was just like, oh my God, like, why are people constantly trying to like challenge me on certain things, topics, or they constantly state the obvious, or they state something I've already said. I'm like, I just get tired of not being able to say what you want to say on Twitter without someone trying to reverse it, without someone trying to add to it, without someone trying to put something else with it. It's so annoying. And I find that a few of my Ambus do this, and I'm just kind of getting sick and tired of it. It's starting to get just, I don't know. That's one thing that I was going to talk about. If somebody states something on Twitter and you disagree with them, you don't always have to let them know that you disagree with them. Twitter is an extension of your thoughts. You know what I mean? Like, you don't always got to have a debate with somebody about something, especially if it's facts. It says in Bleach that they were going to kill Aizen with the Phoenix Blade. The Phoenix Blade is said to have like infinite amounts of the power of infinite amount of Zanpakutos in this Phoenix Blade. It was what they were going to kill Aizen with, but they couldn't because Aizen was immortal, and he was immortal because of the Hogyaku. True or false? Was Aizen immortal before the Hogyaku? Yes or no? Was Aizen immortal before the Hogyaku? Was Aizen immortal before the Hogyaku? Amber Joseph says false. You guys, who else? Do you agree or disagree? Do you guys agree or disagree? Was Aizen immortal before the Hogyaku? I'm going to just go ahead and tell you guys. He was not. Aizen was immortal when the Hogyaku was inserted into him. Why would they say we were going to kill Aizen with the Phoenix Blade, but we couldn't because the Hogyaku rendered him immortal? This Anbu really tried to debate with me about this. No, he was immortal before. He was already immortal. I think they're taking the name Shinigami, which is God of Death. Like, they're taking it to the highest ability they can take that. As in, well, souls are immortal. Oh my god. Why were they gonna execute Rukia then? Why was the whole Soul Society arc when Ichigo was trying to say Rukia relevant? If Shinigamis are immortal, why was Ichigo trying to save Rukia from being executed? Like, think. People don't think. They just want to believe whatever they want to believe, and if they haven't seen the whole series or forgot about something, they try to act like it didn't happen. Like, I'm going to need you to watch the entire series before you even think about debating with me. That was so annoying. I ran into that the other day. And it was last night, to be honest. I think they wanted... And this is from an Anbu. This is from a fellow Anbu. That's why I was like, I'm not putting up with that anymore. I know. Yes. Exactly. So I'm just like... I'm tired of people stating the obvious. I'm tired of... For that person to be an Anbu Black Op, and for you to sit there and try to undermine what I'm talking about is just not factual. It's a fact. Why are they concerned about anybody dying in Bleach Stand if, you know, they're all immortal anyway? Like, shut up. The whole point Aizen being sealed, sitting in that chair, Kisuke doing what he did, is because he is immortal because of the Hogyaku. But what y'all want to debate, I know I just love doing it. It's up to you guys. I'm going to try to stay on for a little bit longer. Did everybody see Dragon Ball Super in this live? Like, all of you seen it, right? How many of you... I was surprised that Vegeta survived his attack. I was surprised that Vegeta survived his... that attack, that life-threatening attack. And here's why. I get that he's stronger now than he was when he fought Majin Buu, but I thought that attack converted your life force into energy, meaning although he's strong enough to survive that attack, wouldn't him being in blue meant that the power was coming from his blue transformation specifically? So shouldn't it still have killed him? Because you get what I'm trying to say? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Shouldn't it still have killed him? Because if he is stronger than he was when he fought Majin Buu, then why didn't the power become the same amount of power his power level is equal to? Dragon Ball Super, so it is confusing. I think he held back and didn't use all of his power. That would be the only explanation then. What Anbu Joseph just said, that I can see that being an explanation. Him not using all of his power because obviously he can't afford to die and he's got so far in the tournament of power, why would he just off himself? So maybe we just thought he was going to do that, but maybe Anbu Joseph is right. He probably didn't use all of it. Then why can't he still walk though? I don't know. I really don't know. Topo is lit now, like WTF. Well, Jiren didn't think so. Jiren was looking at him like, you are a disappointment. Like, Jiren, again, I've already said this, but I'll say it again. Not everybody can be your majesty like you, Jiren. Not everybody can be OP like you, Jiren. And to Vegeta's credit, it's not like Topo lost to some slouch. It's not like Frieza beat Topo or 17 beat Topo. Although 17's effort was commendable. I found a new found love for Android 17. I really, really like Android 17. But I'm just saying, who would have thought that Android 17 would have been the last one of the last ones left? I mean, we're not surprised by it, but at the same time, I thought it would be Gohan. I really, really did. That's why I said, my tweet has over 100 retweets now. I said that the writers missed their opportunity with Gohan. Because if you think about it, him unlocking his potential twice throughout the Dragon Ball franchise, they missed their boat with allowing Gohan to go into Ultra Instinct. That would have been the perfect little cherry on top. Here's why. It was a time where Gohan's potential was endless. He had more potential than Goku and Vegeta. So if Super Saiyan Blue or Ultra Instinct is all about the utilization of God Ki, and unlocking your full potential is what Wiz stated it was, then think about the missed opportunity Super had to allow Gohan to have this big moment like when he fought Cell. You know what I mean? I don't crap. Dang it. Can you guys see me? Did it go away? I got a phone call. Am I still live, you guys? I just got a phone call. Am I live still? I don't know if I'm still live. Am I good, you guys? Or can you guys see me? Okay. Let me read your guys' comments now. I also think he goes back in blue in the next episode. He does. I've seen the spoilers, and he does. So he definitely did not use all of his power. So Ambu Joseph was right. I hate his thought ass. The Lorax lost. Jiren is such a boring villain. 17 is MVP. He really is, though. It took Vegeta's Ascends Super Ultimate Blue form to beat Toppo. Exactly. Who would have guessed that? You know what I mean? Who would have thought that Vegeta was going to power up 3 times in one episode? Nobody could have foreseen that. So for Jiren to be so upset with Toppo, like, he did not lose to a random. He did not lose to no off-brand. Gohan should have been the hero. He should have. Oh, so you guys do agree with me? Oh, wow. Because I thought you guys would probably think I'm crazy for thinking that about Gohan, but I don't see how. They set this up for Gohan to have this Ultra Instinct Super Saiyan Blue moment. I mean, if we are being nostalgic from things that happened in Dragon Ball all those years ago, as we are, because look at the move Vegeta did in Saturday's episode, which was a flashback of him fighting Majin Buu, for Gohan to be able to Ultra Instinct Super Saiyan Blue, it was perfect, and they messed up. Maybe in the movie. Maybe they're going to save it for the movie. I want Vegeta to off the great thought. I'm tired of Jiren, to be honest. He should be running on an E. He's not an android. True. Vegeta is the MVP, and yeah, he's got Jiren. He has the most eliminations, and on top of that, he beat the swole. Got to go. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go ahead and hop off of this as well. I'll probably go live again later today. I hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to hop on Twitter.